Welcome to Chamber Chatting. I'm Ellie Fall, and I am here with Nicole Gauthier of United Way. Welcome, Nicole.
Hi, thanks.
Thanks so much for joining us today. So tell me a little bit about United Way and kind of the overall of what you do.
Oh, United Way. Well, it's all about the community.
Mm-hmm.
United Way focuses on the services in Montgomery County, helping people in the areas of education, financial independence, and health and wellness. Those are kind of our pillars, our focus areas.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think about those three, those are kind of like the building blocks to a good life.
Absolutely.
If you have all three, you're really off to a great start. And so when we can focus on those areas, we know that we can help make the community better.
Agreed.
Very good. So, Nicole, you have been involved with the Woodlands Area Chamber of Commerce for a long time, and you have a really exciting role this coming year, which I'm very excited about. You're the team leader for the Economic Outlook Conference in 2017.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! It's going to be great. You know, I do have a great story with that because the EOC was the first event I ever attended at the Chamber, and it was on, I started with United Way part-time, but the first EOC, I guess, was about 4 years ago for me, 4 or 5, and it was my first day of work, my full-time.
Oh, wow.
When I transitioned from part-time to full-time, the EOC was day 1. And so I thought, okay, let's go. And then I walk into the room, like 500 or 600 of the commute. At the time, it was probably 500 or 600. We've grown since then. And basically, everybody was there. I met so many people on that day that remembered meeting me, and I couldn't keep up. And then I sat through presentations. And I remember that year, it was when Waste Connections had just moved to town, and they gave a great presentation. I listened to the Woodlands Development Company and EDP, and they were just spouting all these stats. And I looked like, you know, a nerd in history class taking so much notes, so many notes.
I'm a nerd right with you, so.
I took so many notes, and then I walked out that day saying, okay, well, I have to come to this every year. And then I knew I was going to be getting involved in the chamber, and I said to my boss at the time, you know, whoever puts on that event, I need to meet them, and that's the committee I need to be on, because that was amazing. I walked out a really happy customer, and so the next year I was on the committee. That was it. That's how it started.
Nice.
And now you're planning it.
And now I get to plan it. Yes, a daunting task to live up to these incredible conferences that we've had in the past, but there's so much information and so many great people in the room, so I'm up for it, and I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I think it'll be terrific, and I love that your role at United Way is connecting with the business community in that way, because traditionally the Economic Outlook Conference is definitely more business heavy. But I think that's what makes our county so unique, and that those two things merge together to make a really robust environment between balancing the business community and the nonprofit worlds.
Absolutely. Well, I think we have an opportunity to work with businesses to help them with their philanthropy and with their philanthropic goals. Obviously, that's not the first thing they think about when they wake up in the morning. They have to run a business.
Sure.
And so how can we come in and help figure out what their goals are and how we can match them, whether it's with United Way or matching them with organizations in the community that really meet their needs. And sometimes I talk to employers a lot about sometimes the United Way campaign is some people's first experience with charity and with giving. Because if you didn't grow up with that as a habit, or if that wasn't a part of your life, or no one's exposed you to it, how do you know? How do you know where to start? How do you create those good habits? And so when people run campaigns, I remind them sometimes it's just to get people thinking.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to start with planting a seed and getting the thought going. And all of the volunteerism and the donations and all of that follows once people understand the need and how many people benefit. And how you personally benefit from being involved. It's a great morale builder too at a company. So there's lots of good things happening in this community. We have a lot of generous people.
I love what you say about, you know, these companies, like their philanthropic goals are not necessarily the first thing that they wake up thinking about. And I think that's why you've been so fabulous at your approach, and your team's approach is saying, like, okay, how can we get in front of that and share this information with them that's easy for them to digest. And I think that's why that's a key point of how United Way is so successful, and it's easy to latch onto and jump on board.
We do. That's one of my goals, is to make it easy, because we're busy.
Of course.
Everyone's busy. And so what can I do to make it easy for people to give back? People are good innately in their hearts.
Absolutely.
But life happens, right? And so what can we do to line it up, make it easy? And if we can meet business goals at the same time as philanthropic goals,
Sure.
everybody wins.
Absolutely.
And so that's one of my favorite things.
That's really exciting. Well, Nicole, one of my very favorite events in the Woodlands is the Women Who Rock event, which was sort of your brainchild. You and your teams?
Yes, it was. You know, I had lunch with some really incredible ladies who said we need to do something, and there are some wonderful women in this community who believe in going big or going home.
Mm-hmm.
And they know who they are, and a lot of them attend Women Who Rock. And the first year we decided we got to do something, and let's get a speaker and a group of women, and we'll 100. Our goal is 100 people in the room. And after a couple of weeks, we had to change ballrooms because we had sold out the 100, and the first year it was 220, and it's
Nice.
grown since then. And this will be the 4th year. We're looking at about 500 women and a few very brave men who are wonderful in support, and they come
Absolutely.
every year. But we're real excited. We've already saved the date, November 4th,
Yes.
at the Marriott.
Don't miss this one.
Don't
It
miss
is a good
it.
one.
More information will be coming out really soon, and you will likely see, ironically, a ton of chamber members, the same incredible people that support this community at the
Mhm.
Economic Outlook Conference
Yep.
have it in their heart to do a lot more, and so we have a lot of really great women who come to that event. It's one of my favorite too, as you can tell.
This is one of my, I cry every time at this event because the mission of this event, and correct me if I'm wrong, the mission of this event is to raise funds to provide scholarship money for single moms, for the child care, for them to then go to college.
Exactly.
And to,
Exactly. So, you know, a lot of these young women have financial aid.
Mhm.
But if you have kids, you know childcare is really expensive. And I'm a mom of 3. 2 came at one time. So twins and daycare is a hefty payment. And so I know what these young women are facing. And I have, you know, married with 2, you know, my husband has a job, I have a job, and I
Yeah.
know what they're facing. I can't even imagine. And so whatever obstacles we can take out of their path that gives them a clearer path, and it's a certification, it's a license, it's an associate degree or a bachelor's degree. We want them to get skills that they need to get to achieve a productive career, and to help. It changes the trajectory of their life sometimes because the
Absolutely.
child sees mom going to school, getting a job, and that's just, it becomes the norm.
Mhm.
And then the other thing is that child is getting quality early education at the time. So it's kind of a 2-for-1 with us.
That's nice.
Absolutely.
And we love it. And these young women are amazing, resilient, and working really hard. There's one who I hear her story. She's going to class during her lunch break and then picking up her child at night, doing everything she needs to at night, and then finishing online classes at night. So there's some amazing things happening, and generous people in this community make it possible.
Absolutely. Nicole, thank you so much for coming today. I do want to ask you an exciting question. So one that just gives us a little bit more of a glimpse of you. So I want to know, if your life were turned into a movie, who would play you and why?
That is a funny question. So I saw The Blind Side over the weekend, over the weekend, and I saw Sandra Bullock, and I always love her. And so, not saying I'm any Sandra Bullock, but you know, she in this movie, and it was a character, I guess too, but she always seems to play strong characters, and this one was a little bit feisty, and might be a little feisty sometimes. So I like the strong Southern woman, so I thought that might be a good one for me.
I love that. That's the best answer, and I think it perfectly suits you.
I agree.
Well, Nicole, thanks again so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it, and we're really excited about the Women Who Rock event on November 4th, and we're really, really excited to see the impact that you're going to make as the team leader for EOC. So thank you for your service to our community and to our chamber.
Absolutely, my pleasure. I love it.
I'm Ellie P.
I'm Holly P.
And this is Two Peas in a Podcast. So today, we were closed yesterday for Memorial Day. Holly, I hope you had a fantastic day.
Yes, I did.
Love the day off. So we're coming to you on Tuesday. So we have a couple things coming up that we're going to talk to you about. One is our next Affinity Seminar. This seminar is going to be Thursday, June 9th from 9 to 11 a.m. At the Chamber, and it is presented by Secure Networkers. And so this is going to be an interesting seminar where they're talking about is your business operating with a false sense of network security? So in this day and age of cybercrime and data breaches, I'm sure that whether it's the crazy spam phone calls you get, or even if your computer, either personal or company computer, has been hacked in some way or gotten a virus or whatever, they can teach us about this. So these data breaches are critical, and they want to make sure that you are fully protected in your business network. So Secure Networkers is going to talk about 10 simple steps to make your business more secure. And this is presented by Todd Ellis, their Chief Technical Officer. And the great news is that for members, this is a completely complimentary event. So they're not charging any kind of fee. If you're a prospective chamber member, they're asking $25, but you can register online at woodlandschamber.org or email reservations@woodlandschamber.org to get involved. So this seminar is brought to you by the Affinity Seminar Team, which is a chamber-sponsored team that will bring you seminars about once a month. So these seminars go through a pretty rigorous application process to make sure, and this is really to make sure that these seminars really add value to our members. So this seminar has been totally vetted by the chamber, and then we can help promote it and encourage them to attend. So if you are looking to present a seminar for your business, you can always go through the Affinity Seminar Team and get that approved. So we definitely encourage you to check out the Secure Networkers.
Awesome. Also, we are going to be having the 38th annual Chairman's Ball that will be held at the Woodlands Waterway Marriott. And the theme is Havana Nights, an
Woohoo.
Evening in the Islands.
It'll be a fun one.
I wonder if we're going to get Jimmy Buffett to come and perform. You never know.
Could we get a sponsor?
I don't know. It's possible. I could make a phone call. You never know. So
Keaton would be thrilled.
Keaton would be. That would be so cool if I could make that. So Keaton, if you're listening, I'm going to do my best to see if I can get Jimmy to come and sing for you. So there are a ton of different opportunities to get involved with the Chairman's Ball, whether it's sponsoring a table, getting tickets to attend the event, sponsoring, the event in general, or if you want to be a tabletop decorator.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great opportunity to showcase your business in front of hundreds of people, because this ball is really well attended every year, and it's so much fun. And so if you want to learn more about the Chairman's Ball Havana Nights, that is the 38th annual this year, you can email events@woodlandschamber.org. And I'm also on the committee for the Chairman's Ball, so we
Yes.
always need volunteers and additional committee members. So if you're interested in that, again, just reach out to the chamber or go to events@woodlandschamber.org, and we'll get you dialed in.
Absolutely. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
All right, this is Holly P.
And this is Ellie P.